Hey, how are you guys doing? So today is November the 17th on a Monday. I'm going to show you the trades I took this AM session. So coming to this morning, I was actually pretty bullish. I unfortunately couldn't catch any of these moves going higher because there was no retracements. But as you can see, we did also reject off a higher time frame. I'm pretty much going to make a whole video analysis of what I was thinking today. And as you can see, we rejected, closed below here, and started to form, consolidation. And that usually leads to, one or two things, manipulation or straight to, the main draw liquidity. And as you can see, I did try it along here. We did have an SMT with NQ and ES, which is why I kind of, led with that factor of us going higher, at least to these highs, and then me putting my stop break even, which is why I took this loss, which is not a complete letdown. I took the loss comfortably. I did negate my loss a little bit. I moved that over here instead of my stop loss down being over here because I saved myself an extra 20 points. So I saved myself an extra $150. But other than that, I did pretty much was gonna end the day. But I saw, and since my bias originally was still to go long, I was like, okay, we're accumulating. Let's see what we do after we take out the low of day, the 9:30 a.m. low, which I was waiting for the whole time, like I said, because ES was holding strongly. So I'm assuming it's probably going to go take out the main draw and accumulate and see what happens. And as you can see, we took out the low and then we re-swept the low. That's what I always look for when I try to find a entry or a confirmation for us to keep going higher. And as you can see, swept. Uh, Pretty much low risk over here, 5 micros. As much as I wanted to, risk it more, I think that was plenty enough. And surprisingly, I made so much money, which I didn't even realize. I thought would be only up like probably 500 or $300 on the day, but instead I made 1,150. And as you can see, caught the low, CSD, order block, whatever, and took that all the way to these highs. I was pretty much taking my profit as I went. Took one con here just because that was one of my break even points. Even though I did win break even a little earlier, this was one of my main take profits because, like I said, I did lose $300 on the day originally with this first trade. And as you can see, kept on scaling, scaled another one, and scaled at the main draw of liquidity, which, was pretty much one of the best trades that I've caught on this account in a while. Other than that, we're only $500 away from a payout, and we're pretty close. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to focus on the money. I'm gonna try to focus on the quality. Like I said, that's what I've been doing, and that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And like I said, I before I even went in this trade or traded it, this Monday, I did set myself a stop loss of $550 or a liquidation amount of $550, which is why I only went 5 micros in here, and which is why I was surprised, which when I made that much money. Um, but yeah, this was a perfect read, perfect AMD model of anything: accumulation, manipulation, confirmation, distribution, boom, all within a timely matter. So other than that, let me know how you guys did, if you guys took a win or a loss. But other than that, I would have had a payout already. But like I said last week, pretty much a weekly trade recap was I made 1,000, lost 1,000, made 1,000, lost 1,000. I was going back and forth because I was just not controlling my emotions. I was not controlling the losses that I was taking, and I was just not comfortable with taking a loss for some reason, even when I was fully wrong. But as you can see, with this loss, I was comfortable, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna still follow my bias, not because I'm revenge trading, but because this is something that I always take. So sweep, CSD, order block, take it to the highs, easy. But other than that, let me know what you guys took. If you guys took a win or a loss, and I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow, I'm not gonna stream, but I will upload a trade recap. So see ya.